हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज मैं आपको क्लास 6 एनसीईआरटी हिस्ट्री का जो चैप्टर सेकंड है ऑन द ट्रायल ऑफ द अर्लीस्ट पीपल, उस चैप्टर की समरी प्रोवाइड करा रही हूँ। तो हम शुरू करते हैं। There are at least 4 reasons why hunter-gatherers moved from place to place. If they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plant and animal resources. Therefore, they would have to go elsewhere in search of food. Second is animals move from place to place either in search of smaller prey or in the case of deer and wild cattle in search of grass and leaves. That is why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. Next is plants and trees bear fruit in different seasons. So people may have moved from one season to season in search of different kinds of plant. Fourth reason is people, plants and animals need water to survive. Water is found in lakes, streams and rivers. While many rivers and lakes are perennial. Perennial means with water throughout the year. Others are seasonal. People living on their banks would have had to go in search of water during the dry season, that is winter and summer. Besides, people may have traveled to meet their friends and relatives. Okay, next topic is uses of stone tools. Stone tools were used to cut meat and bone, scrape bark from tree and hides from animal skin, chop fruit and roots. Some may have been attached to handles of bone on wood to make spears and arrows for hunting. Other tools were used to chop wood, which was used as firewood. Wood was also used to make huts and tools. Digging the ground to collect edible roots, and stitching clothes made out of animal skin. Next is choosing a place to live in. Places where stones was found and where people made tools are known as factory sites. Sometimes people lived here for longer spells of time. These sites are called habitation cum factory sites. Now what are sites? Sites are places where the remains of things like tools, pots, building, etc. were found. They were made, used and left behind by people. These may be found on the surface of the earth, buried under the earth or sometimes even under water. Now making of stone tools. Stone tools were probably made by two different techniques. The first is called stone on stone. Here the pebble from which the stone was to be made, also called the core, was held in one hand. Another stone which was used as a hammer was held in the other hand. The second stone was used to strike off flakes from the first till the required shape was obtained. Second procedure is pressure flaking. Here, the core was placed on a firm surface. The hammer stone was used on a piece of bone or stone that was placed on the core to remove flakes that could be shaped into tools. Now finding out about the fire, where does we found fire? Traces of ash have been found in Kurnool caves. Fire could have been used for many things, that is as a source of light, to cook meat and to scare away animals. Now the next topic is names and dates. The earliest period was called by archaeologists as Paleolithic. This comes from two Greek words, paleo meaning old and lithos meaning stone. The name points to the importance of finds of stone tools. This period extends from 2 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago, and it was divided into lower, middle and upper Paleolithic, and it covers 99% of human history. The period, which begins about 12,000 years ago till about 10,000 years ago, where we find environmental changes, is called the Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age. During this period, stone tools found are generally tiny and are called microliths. Microliths were used to make tools such as saws and sickle. The next stage from about 10,000 years ago is known as the Neolithic. Now, during this period, we also find some rock paintings, and what these paintings tells us. Rock paintings were found in Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. These paintings show wild animals drawn with great accuracy and skill. Next topic is ostriches in India. During the Paleolithic period, ostriches were found in India. Large quantities of ostrich eggshells were found at Patna in Maharashtra. Designs were engraved on some pieces, while beads were also made out of them. Now a closer look to Hongxi. Hongxi is in China. A number of early Paleolithic sites were found here. A large number of tools used for all sorts of activities were found at some sites. These were probably habitation-cum-factory sites. There is evidence to suggest that tools were made in some of the other smaller sites. Most tools were made from limestone, which was locally available. And in the end, I have given some important dates जो आपके मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन में भी पूछे जाते हैं. तो जो मेसोलिथिक पीरियड है वो कब से कब तक था? 12,000 to 10,000 years ago. और beginning of Neolithic period is 10,000 years ago. So guys, ये आज का मैंने आपको समरी प्रोवाइड कराई है क्लास 6 चैप्टर 2 की एनसीईआरटी बुक, हिस्ट्री बुक की, जिस चैप्टर का नाम है ऑन द ट्रायल ऑफ द अर्लीस्ट पीपल. आई होप आपकी बुक में बहुत ही बड़े वर्ड्स में, मतलब बड़े बड़े उसमें दिया रखा है. मैंने समरी आपको शॉर्ट में प्रोवाइड कराई ताकि आपको नोट्स बनाने में भी हेल्प करेगी और आपके क्वेश्चन आंसर सॉल्व करने में भी आपको हेल्प प्रोवाइड कराएगी. ठीक है, अगर आपको मेरा वीडियो पसंद आ रहा है, मेरे पढ़ने का टेक्निक पसंद आ रहा है, पढ़ाने का टेक्निक पसंद आ रहा है, then please like my channel, share my channel and subscribe my channel. and जो बेल आइकन है उसको प्लीज़ आप लोग क्लिक कर लीजिए ताकि जब भी कोई नोटिफिकेशन आए, नया वीडियो डालूं तो उसकी नोटिफिकेशन आपके पास फ़ौरन पहुंच जाए. अगले वीडियो तक बाय. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय